Hey there. So, if you're living long-term in Vietnam, you already know that peace of mind is just everything, right? And a huge part of that is making sure you're all good on the legal side of things. That brings us to something super important, but honestly, it's something a lot of people get confused about: temporary residence registration. And look, this isn't just another piece of paperwork. It's really the foundation for your stable, worry-free life here.
All right, so let me ask you something straight up. You're settled in, you're loving the life here. I get it. But are you 100% sure that you're legally registered where you live? Because it's so easy to just assume everything's taken care of. But, the devil's in the details. And those details, they make all the difference.
Okay, let's dive right in. The number one thing you've got to understand is this: registering your temporary residence, it's not optional. It's not, a nice-to-do thing. It is a mandatory legal requirement for every single foreigner in Vietnam. Doesn't matter if you're here for a quick trip or you've been here for years.
So what are we even talking about when we say temporary residence declaration? Well, to put it simply, it's just the official way you tell the local police, hey, this is where I'm living. It creates an official paper trail, an official record of your address. And trust me, that little record is way more important than most people think.
And look, this isn't just some rumor you picked up on a forum online. This is the real deal, written down black and white in Vietnamese law. So to really get a handle on what we need to do, let's go straight to the source.
And here we have it, Law Number 47, which came out back in 2014. This is the document, the legal framework, that lays out all the rules for foreigners living in Vietnam. Think of it as the official rulebook for your stay. Okay, so inside that law, Article 33 gets really specific. It says foreigners have to declare their residence through their accommodation provider. Now that one little word, via, is everything. Why? Because it means the responsibility isn't just on you. It's a team effort. You have a part to play, and so does your landlord or your hotel. So how does it actually work? Well, it boils down to two super simple steps. Step 1, your job. Just give your landlord your passport and your visa or residence card. Simple enough. Step 2, their job. They have to take that info and get you registered with the local police, and they've got to do it fast, usually within 12 to 24 hours. All right, so that's the theory, the what the law says part. But how does this all play out in real life? Well, it's actually pretty different depending on where you're staying. Say a hotel versus a private rental.
And this is where you really see the difference. If you're in a hotel, it's almost always automatic. The front desk scans your passport, it gets uploaded to their online system, and boom, you're done. You probably don't even think about it. But in a private rental, it's a whole different ballgame. It's a manual job for your landlord. They physically have to take your documents down to the local police. And that's exactly why you have to be more proactive. You can't just assume it's done, you've got to check.
Okay, now we need to talk about a super common mistake, and honestly, it can be a risky one. A lot of people think this registration thing is a one-time deal. You do it once when you move in, and you're set for life. Nope, not at all. You need to think of your registration as a living document. It has to be accurate right now, today.
So, what are the triggers? When exactly do you need to re-register? Well, there are basically three big ones. First, and this is the obvious one, anytime you move. New house, new registration. Second, anytime you stay overnight somewhere else. You take a little weekend trip to Da Nang, the hotel there registers you for that stay. And third, and this is one people forget, every single time you re-enter Vietnam from abroad, your landlord needs to update the system.
And all of this brings us to a really, really important point. Why are we talking about this so much right now? Well, because things are changing. Lately, there's been a much bigger focus on making sure these rules are followed. Enforcement is more consistent, and that makes being compliant more important than ever.
What does that mean for you? It means the authorities are doing more checks. That little detail that maybe got overlooked a few years ago, now it's way more likely to get flagged and cause you a headache. In fact, your ability to renew your visa or especially your temporary residence card can literally depend on having a perfect up-to-date registration history. So, let's talk about the stakes here. What happens if you don't get this right? Well, the consequences can be anything from a minor annoyance to a major problem. For example, a missing registration could cause huge delays or even a denial when you go to renew your TRC. Providing the wrong info, that can lead to fines. And if there's a pattern of not following the rules, well, in the worst-case scenario, you could be looking at visa problems or even being asked to leave the country.
All right, I know that sounds a bit heavy, but here's the good news. Staying compliant is actually super easy. It's not complicated at all. So let's just walk through a really simple action plan so you can be sure you're always in the clear. Here it is, your 4-step checklist for total peace of mind. Number 1, never, ever just assume your landlord did it. Always ask for some kind of proof. Number 2, keep that proof. Just snap a photo of it on your phone. That's perfect. Number 3, the second you move into a new place, make getting registered priority number 1. And number 4, after you come back into Vietnam from a trip abroad, shoot your landlord a quick message just to double check that they've updated your status. Easy.
So what's the bottom line here? It's this. Keeping your registration up to date is probably one of the simplest yet most powerful things you can do to protect your long-term life here in Vietnam. It's a tiny bit of admin that has a massive impact on your legal security.
So I want to leave you with this final thought. Don't wait around for a problem to pop up. Ask yourself this question right now. Is my peace of mind in Vietnam actually secure? Is it built on a solid legal foundation? Seriously, take 5 minutes. After you finish this, send a message to your landlord. Confirm your status. It is the absolute easiest step you can take to safeguard the amazing life you have here.
And hey, for the absolute latest, most accurate info, you should always go straight to the official sources. The National Immigration Portal for Vietnam has all the details on the laws and regulations we covered today. Thanks so much for tuning in.